Students, today I am going to talk about an important chapter, that is photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means to manufacture, means organisms manufacture food in presence of sunlight. So the definition goes like this: the process by which organisms prepare food. When I say food here, glucose is being produced using carbon dioxide and water. Organisms intake carbon dioxide, water from the environment in presence of sunlight. So whether all organisms are capable of doing so? No. Some organisms like green plants, algae, which do have chlorophyll pigments in them, they are capable of conducting photosynthesis. So the equation goes like this: carbon dioxide, water, glucose, and oxygen also is released as a byproduct. Students, now as you know what do you mean by photosynthesis, now we shall understand the structural features of photosynthesis. Plants which are capable of conducting photosynthesis, we can see that in the shoot system contains stem, leaves. So any part which is greenish in color, they are capable of conducting photosynthesis. But leaves are more suited, they are more efficient for conducting photosynthesis. They do have tiny pores called stomata through which they can intake the carbon dioxide. They are very thin so that light can easily penetrate, and the number of chloroplasts in a leaf is more than any other part of a plant. So that's why leaves are more efficient for conducting photosynthesis. Let's study the internal features of a leaf. If I take a section of leaf, there is an upper epidermis and there is a lower epidermis, and between these epidermis there will be internal tissues. We can see there are mesophyll cells in between the upper and lower epidermis. These mesophyll cells contain huge number of chloroplasts. Lower epidermis, these mesophyll cells contain huge number of chloroplasts. Now if I enlarge a single cell, you can see there are huge number of chloroplasts present. Although the cell has other organelles like vacuoles, nucleus, but the number of chloroplasts are huge, so that the plant can able to carry out photosynthesis very efficiently. Students, let's continue with the structural features of photosynthesis. In the mesophyll cell of the leaf, you can observe there are so many organelles. Among all those organelles, it is the chloroplast that play an important role in photosynthesis. Let's study in detail the structure of this chloroplast. The chloroplast is bounded by two membranes, an outer membrane and inner membrane. Within the inner membrane, you have this space which we call stroma. In stroma, you can see there is space which we call stroma. In stroma, you can see there are so many grana distributed. Each individual granum consists of some structures which are arranged like pile of coins. So this is granum, each pile is called as granum, and this granum consists of the structures which are arranged one above the other. These individual structures are called thylakoids. If we observe a single thylakoid, the thylakoid has a membrane and it has a cavity. The cavity is called lumen. And where are the photosynthetic pigments, that is chlorophyll pigments, present? They are present on the membrane. Here we have represented the chlorophyll pigments on the membrane. Dear students, let's further understand the structural features of photosynthesis. As you know, the granum consists of thylakoids which are arranged one above the other, and each thylakoid consists of a thylakoid membrane and a cavity which we call lumen. Let's further understand the structure of thylakoid membrane. Thylakoid membrane, like any other biological membranes, made up of a bilayer, lipid bilayer. But the thylakoid membrane contains chlorophyll pigments which are organized into functional units called photosystems. There are two kinds of photosystems that you can observe in thylakoid membrane: photosystem 1 and then photosystem 2. Photosystem 1 was discovered first. Each photosystem contains accessory pigments, or what we call antenna pigments. They absorb different wavelengths of light energy and pass on the energy to the reaction center. The reaction center includes chlorophyll A. This is the main pigment required for photosynthesis. Apart from the pigments and primary electron acceptor, there are various other electron carriers present in the thylakoid membrane. It includes plastoquinone, cytochrome B6F complex, plastocyanin, ferredoxin NADP reductase. There is also oxygen evolving complex that helps in splitting up of water. This is the feature of a thylakoid membrane. Apart from this unit, we also see a ATP from this unit. We also see a ATP generating system. There is an ATP synthase which going to produce ATP. So later in the mechanism of photosynthesis, you will understand how using light energy the chlorophyll molecule get excited and how it passes on the electron which is transferred through series of electron carriers, and ultimately how this ATP synthase produce ATP using this.